Okay, let's dive straight in. We're looking at just absolute pandemonium unfolding on Egghead.
Yeah, it's chaotic. We've got this transcript, right? From Uyu Kawaii UWU on YouTube.
Exactly. Covering One Piece 1126.
Yeah.
And honestly, you don't even need the video with this level of detail. This deep dive is basically your briefing on, well, everything hitting the fan.
And it really is hitting the fan. What's striking is just how many major players are crashing together there, like all at once.
Right. Multiple groups, clashing agendas. It's high stakes.
So our goal here is basically to pull apart this transcript, figure out the key events, what's driving all this chaos.
All right, let's get straight to it then. The transcript really kicks off with Luffy. Gear 5 Luffy.
Oh, yeah. And his power level is just, wow.
It mentions he's like 100 times stronger than 2 years ago, and he physically grabs Admiral Kizaru.
Grabs him like a ball and says it right there.
I mean, that tells you everything about where Luffy's at now, power-wise.
It really does. Handling an admiral like that, it's not just brute strength. It signals a potential, a massive shift in the power balance, Admirals used to be untouchable.
Totally. And this whole thing happens right near Vegapunk.
Which is probably not a coincidence. It's just Kizaru's main goal, right? He's not there for the scenery.
Definitely not. And it's not just Luffy versus Kizaru, which is already huge. We've also got Kuma, Bartholomew Kuma.
Yeah, and Saint Saturn, one of the Gorosei.
Right there in the vicinity of Egghead. That just ramps everything up instantly. The 5 Ls are on the scene.
That presence, it changes the game completely. It tells you the world government sees this as like an existential threat, way beyond just Vegapunk going rogue. And Kuma being there, given his history, it adds this really heavy personal layer to it all.
Absolutely. And Vegapunk himself is, well, he's smack in the middle of it all. He's in serious danger.
There's an assassination order out for him. The transcript mentions it's told to Bonnie.
So multiple groups want him gone. It makes you wonder.
Why now? Why turn on him so definitively after relying on his genius for so long?
Right.
It points to something critical he's done or discovered. Maybe that dream of humanity thing, or that giant robot that got wrecked.
Could be. And he's desperately trying to get off Egghead, needs to be separated from the fighting. It feels really urgent.
The danger feels immediate, yeah. And his danger is tied up with others, like Bonnie you mentioned.
Oh, definitely. Bonnie's got this history with him, and especially with her father, Kuma. She's right there confronting Vegapunk.
Yeah, the transcript shows her asking him, pleading almost, can he fix Kuma, restore him?
And Vegapunk just flat out denies it's possible. You can feel her pain, her anger towards him.
That interaction is key. Her connection to Kuma, what happened to him, it's driving her. And Vegapunk's denial, probably because Kuma's changes are, well, permanent.
Which we'll get to.
Yeah, but it just fuels her feelings, adds to the tension.
Okay, so alongside all this top-tier fighting, you've got this frantic escape attempt happening. Lots of people trying to bail.
Everyone's trying to get out. We hear about Frankie facing that radical beam threat.
Sounds bad.
Yeah, even for Frankie. And Usopp gets contacted like, leave now.
Sanji's helping out too, it seems.
And
then there's this hint. Maybe the Seraphim could become allies.
That would be unexpected, to say the least. Human weapon clones turning. A real wild card, like you said.
It really would be. So who are they running from? Obviously, the world government is the big one.
The primary antagonist, for sure. But it's not just faceless ships. You've got the Gorosei involved directly.
Jade Saturn.
CP0 agents back on the scene. Lucci and Kaku. And they somehow got inside the Frontier Dome.
Even after it was supposedly fixed.
How? Good question. Shows how relentless they are. And then there are just tons of sea weapons surrounding the island.
It's a full-on siege.
Yeah.
Coordinated. Multi-pronged.
Absolutely. The Gorosei being there means the very top are invested. CP0 infiltrating means their intel and skills are top-notch. The sea weapons mean Egghead is completely cut off. No easy way out.
So what are the main goals here, amidst the chaos? Protecting Vegapunk seems central for Luffy's group anyway.
That's definitely one objective. And just plain survival, escaping Egghead, is probably #1 for most people there.
But then there's that tension. Right. Escape versus protecting valuable stuff, like the mother plane, whatever that is, and the power plant.
Exactly. That's a huge dilemma. Do you run for your life or try to secure this potentially world-changing tech? The mother flame, its fate could have massive ripple effects.
Big decisions under pressure. And then there's Kuma.
Yeah. That's just heartbreaking.
He shows up, but the transcript says he's lost his free will. He's basically a slave now. Can even be turned into a celestial dragon.
It's devastating, especially for anyone who knew him, hoped he could help. Instead, he's become a tool for the enemy.
Actively hindering the escape, potentially. A terrible blow for Bonnie, for the revolutionaries.
A massive emotional weight and a huge strategic problem now, too.
Right. And through all this, the tech of Egghead is still playing a big part. We keep hearing about the Mother Flame, the power plant.
Stella, which might be Vegapunk's main brain, essentially.
Could be. And the Frontier Dome, the defenses, even that encrypted communication system briefly coming back online.
Yeah, the tech is central. The Mother Flame, the power plant, that's likely what the world government wants to control or destroy. Stella is a vulnerability. And communication, even encrypted, is vital in a fight like this. Completely under siege, surrounded, escape routes blocked, destruction everywhere. It's grim.
Yeah, the transcript paints a picture of being trapped, facing impossible odds. It's not just a skirmish. It's an all-out assault to wipe out Vegapunk and anyone helping him.
Which leaves so many questions hanging, doesn't it?
Oh, definitely. Like, what about Vegapunk's other bodies, the satellites? Are they okay?
And what is the Mother Flame, really? How important is it?
What are the Goroseis truly capable of?
Yep.
We barely know. And what's their endgame here?
And obviously, how does this all end? Who gets out? What's the final result of this huge clash?
So many unknowns. That's what keeps you hooked, I guess.
Exactly. The satellites, the Mother Flame, the Goroseis power, these are all threads leading into future stories. You just know it.
Okay, so wrapping up the key points. We've got this incredibly desperate mess on Egghead. Luffy versus Kizaru.
Kuma's tragic return as basically a puppet.
Vegapunk marked for death.
And this huge, frantic attempt to escape against overwhelming forces. Total chaos.
And it's all connected. Kuma's state directly impacts the escape. Vegapunk's danger drives the urgency. Luffy fighting Kizaru might just be buying time.
It's a convergence of crises, really. High stakes, high tension.
So, something for you to think about. What are the long-term consequences going to be? Kuma's transformation feels permanent and awful, and the knowledge Vegapunk has.
What happens if that gets out or gets lost? And what extreme measures will Luffy and the others have to resort to just to survive this?
Yeah, what desperate moves are left? It's definitely a lot to chew on until we see what happens next.